And from a personal perspective, Arsenal fans, we must make the change now. Kroenke out. Yes, people, it's TheGymGooner, the Gym Gooner, and wow, what a week it's been in the world of football.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
It's a criminal act against football fans in this country. Make no mistake about it. This is the biggest sport in the world. This is the biggest sport in this country, and it's a criminal act against the fans. Simple as that.
This proposal of a European Super League, which poses an existential threat to football as we know it, is going ahead.
This idea is a spit in the face of all football lovers.
Asked this board member if civil war had now broken out in football. He said to me, this is not civil war, it is a nuclear war.
Ahead of Chelsea's game against Brighton this evening, hundreds of fans gathered outside Stamford Bridge to protest against their club signing up to the Super League. And less than half an hour ago, they heard the news that they wanted and that they were calling for.
The good guys have won.
There has to be a concerted, organised, mobilised, strategic effort to change now football in this country.
Now there's three things I want to cover in this video, but before we get into that, smash a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you already have, tell a friend to tell a friend. Now the first thing I want to talk about is the real specialist in failure, Jose Mourinho. How dare he call Arsene Wenger a specialist in failure when he's been sacked from his last 5 jobs? Shut up, man. The guy has literally made a living from getting sacked. Let me just spit these facts to you. 18 million from Chelsea in 2007. 17 mil from Madrid in 2012. 12.5 mil from Chelsea in 2015. 15 mil from United in 2019. And now just to top it off, 30 million pounds from Spurs in 2021. Now you tell me who's the real specialist in failure. Now, as much as his sacking was expected, the timing of it was unexpected. But he's clever. He always has to be the topic of conversation. He knows had he lost the final, he would have been out of the job anyway. But because he's not going to be the manager, he can still say, oh, I would have won that final. Now, I can't be asked to sit here and waste my time talking about Mourinho, because he's finished, he's done. But what I will comment on is the stories that have come out since then. The fact that it's been reported he left because he didn't agree with this European Super League. Which then brings me on to that topic itself. What a joke and what an embarrassment that would have been. The European Super League. Let's just look at the teams that would have been in it and the teams that wouldn't have been in it. I'm going to be real with it. As much as Arsenal are the 3rd biggest club in England, they haven't won no Champions League. So how can we be in the European Super League? But wow, if Arsenal were a shock inclusion in that, shit Spurs, a team that hasn't won anything for about 30 years. Allow it, man. They ain't no big team, they ain't no big club, they never have been and never will be. Listen, from when the news broke about this European Super League, contracts were being signed, people were resigning from positions, I was shocked. I was gobsmacked. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, hearing, or reading. Everything that football and sport was all going to mean nothing. The only thing that mattered was money. A famous man once said, money is the root of all evil. And I 100% believe that. Now, from Arsenal's perspective, I was massively disappointed. Everything that Arsenal stands for, history, class, tradition, Victoria Concordia Crescent, victory through harmony, it would mean nothing. Now, the fact that it's near enough dead and buried is fantastic. Fantastic for football and fantastic for the fans. We've all got to have a massive pat on the back for standing up and fighting for what's right. The Chelsea fans outside Stamford Bridge, the Leeds team itself, Jordan Henderson, Hector Bellerin, and Herrera, all players who came out and said, nah, this ain't right, we ain't going to play in this league. The fans are the most important thing. Now, a lot has come from this. We as fans must understand how powerful our voice is. And from a personal perspective, Arsenal fans, we must make the change now. Kroenke out. I've seen on social media over the last 24 hours, hashtag Kroenke out, and we have got to push like never before to make that happen. Stan Kroenke has been a poison to Arsenal Football Club. He was one of the main reasons why so many turned on Arsene Wenger, because he wasn't backing him. He's the reason why so much of the Arsenal fan base is divided. From whether it's Wenger in, Wenger out, whether it was Emery in, Emery out, and now even Arteta, and all because he won't put one penny in Arsenal Football Club. This collapse of the European Super League has to be the catalyst for change, especially at Arsenal Football Club. We've seen with Man United, Ed Woodward has resigned. Vinay, you need to do the same. And then the owners must go. And hopefully, once that happens, fans must take control. What I mean by that is we need to go down the same route that German football goes down, where a large majority of the club is owned by the fans. And if that can't happen, we need an owner who's competent, who believes in Arsenal, who wants Arsenal to move forward, who wants Arsenal to win, who wants to see Arsenal be the #1 club in the world, who wants to see Arsenal win trophies. Now there's a protest which has been organised for 6 o'clock at the Emirates to get Kroenke out. I would love to be there, but based on where I'm located at the moment, it's not an option for me. But I will do anything and everything I can to support the movement online. For those of you who do go there, make sure your voice is heard. We need to do everything we can, and we have to do it now. To be honest, the players seeing this could even get him even more pumped up for the game against Everton. They might need to see and hear that to know that the fans care. And in response, they turned up against Everton. They put on a show for us, all something for us to get excited about. The fact that this has happened now, just before a massive game next Thursday in the Europa League semi-final, I think should be seen as a blessing. It should add more fuel to the fire to win that competition and rightfully be in the Champions League. And although it wasn't the players or the manager or even the staff themselves who made this decision, they can make it right for us fans. Listen, we've been saying for so long, we care, do you? Make Arsenal great again. Now is the time to do that. Now it feels like so long ago that Arsenal actually played football with everything that's been going on. But there is a football match to be played. All the ESL talk aside, I feel like the players owe us a good performance against Everton. A win against Everton. I don't care if we can't get top 4. I don't even care if we don't make Europe. It's all about winning. Let's get a big and important win against a good footballing team in Everton and use that momentum to go into Thursday's massive game. Let's back our players. Let's back our manager. Clearly we can see they are all in the same loop as us. So let's all unite, all the fans, the players, the manager. Let's all be one and move forward in the right direction. Let's make Friday night a successful night. A success on the pitch and off the pitch. Come on, Arsenal.